Hello everyone, welcome. How are we? Happy Monday in a very, I don't know where it's like where you are, but it's pretty muggy up here. It's pretty muggy. I've been getting my sweat on today and it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant at all. But never mind. You know, we can't really complain about the weather all the time. It's a terribly British thing to do, isn't it? But that's what we're going to do. I've got the fan on, to try and cool myself down a bit. But unpleasantly humid. That's the description. That is exactly what it is. Unpleasantly humid. So we've got that to deal with tonight. Other things we've got to deal with. We've got 7 matches to avoid relegation with Sochaux. And it's looking very interesting. It's looking very, very interesting because I'm about to show you the league table. And this is going to look pretty good from where we were. So have a little look at this. Look. We are now 14th. Okay? Tied on 30 points. Tied on 30 points with Niro and Amines. Played 27, won 7, drawn 9, lost 11. All 3 of us exactly the same. However, goal difference is massive. Massive. We've now got a positive goal difference. We're the only team in the bottom half of the table who has a positive goal difference. Okay? In fact, there's only 2 teams outside of the top 3 who have a positive goal difference other than us. So that is huge, right? We've swung it around. We're on +4 now. Nioro are on a -5. Armeens are on -13. We're 6 points clear of Nimes. We're 15 points clear of Quevly-Rouen. As you can see, things have started to go decent, right? A 6-2 win against Grenoble. 3-3 against Angers, who are top of the league, by the way, and were 3-0 up. So we pulled it back to 3-3, having been 3-0 down. Unbelievable result there against Angers. We lost to Brest 2-1, which I can't even begin to tell you what happened in that match. We went 1-0 down, levelled up, and then, of course, we conceded to lose 2-1. We beat Metz 3-1. That was pretty impressive. We were 1-0 down, won 3-1 with 15 minutes to go, started scoring all of our goals in the last 15 minutes. Then we beat Bastia 4-1. 3-1 up. Then we finished that one off 4-1. Drew with Bordeaux. We got ourselves an equaliser late in the game. And then smashed Amiens 4-0, who of course were down in that relegation battle with us. Absolutely destroyed them. So that is incredible. Incredible. 1 loss in 7 for a team near the bottom of the table is sensational. It's TJ relegation battle form, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, we come in, we get the job done, and that's what we have to do. Because we started here. We started here when we joined in Reims in January, New Year's Day, 4-3 win, 3-3 draw. So we've really only lost 3. We've lost 3 games since January, which is pretty good, given the fact that prior to that, there was a lot of defeats, you know, including some testimonials, which let's not consider them. But yeah, it hasn't been plain sailing, but we are now on the up. We've got Paris FC next. We've got Valenciennes, Quively Rouen, Dijon, and then we've got the 3 near the bottom, Nimes, Le Havre, and Niro. Le Professor Jameson. That's the one, Dan. That is the one. Luffy, if it's like this tomorrow, I'm going to boil at Oasis. Yes, you are. And let me just say, Luffy, Oasis are very, very, very good. Live is spot on right now. They are superb. This, by the way, let me just move my thing just a second. Right, let me put myself in the middle there for you. Look, we're on the up. We are on the up. We've been down here all this time. In fact, actually, have I got another one? Let me just quickly see if I can just chop myself. There we go. Right, let's put myself there. We're on the up. We've been down the bottom. We're only 1 position away from the highest point we would have been all season. We've never been higher than 13th. So if we can get higher than 13th, that'll be incredible, given where we started. But yes, all 3 teams away from home at the end of the season is mad. But, you know, we can only beat what's put in front of us, and that's what we're going to have to try and do, isn't it? So let's look at that then and think, okay, let's try and get those results done. Paris are next, then Valenciennes. So where's Paris? Paris are 9th, Valenciennes are 12th. So they're only 3 points ahead of us, actually. So, I mean, 7 games, 21 points up for grabs. I don't think we're going to get... Well, we're not going to get the full 21 points. If we get 10 points, you know, we might finish 9th or 10th, and that would be incredible. We'll have to see. We'll just have to see what happens, because weirdly, we've got the league's top goal scorer in our side. We're now the 2nd best goal scorers in the league, and we are 5th bottom. The 2nd top goal scorers in the league. That is mad. Absolutely mad. We do have the 4th worst goal difference, though. That's the problem. 10 points will be enough. I reckon, yeah, 10 points I think is absolutely going to be more than enough, to be honest, Dan, because we're 15 points clear of Quively Rouen right now. So we're probably not going to finish bottom. Okay, probably. We are now unlikely to finish 2nd bottom. Picking my words very, very carefully. So another 6 points is probably going to be enough to get us out of that relegation battle. 10, 100% would see us clear, and we'd be very, very happy with that. 10 points would be amazing. And that would obviously make us very happy for finishing the season on a positive footing, you know. But yeah, it's all sort of worked out quite nicely, to be honest. As we said there, Oasis on Saturday were class, absolutely brilliant. They are back to their best. Liam sounds better than he did 20 years ago. Noel clearly wants to be there, and has now realised just how important it is for Oasis to be back together. And yeah, they are they're playing at 100 mph. That's the thing. Like, if you've got tickets for any of the Wembley dates later in the year, like I'd be concerned. Like they might be tired by the time that those gigs come around, because they are going hard. They're going hard. And Richard Ashcroft was mint as well. Like, just absolutely class. And even Cass did a good job, which I know like sounds like really sort of like degrading, but like, and even Cast were good. But yeah, like they've got a hard job, like rocking up when the stadium's half full. No one really wants Cast there, but they do a decent job of it. You know what I mean? And Bonehead's back as well. Yeah. So yeah, it's good. It's good. And we had restricted view tickets, but it was quite handy where we were, because you might have seen I've posted it on Instagram and I've posted it on Twitter. We actually saw Liam and Noel's car arrive into the stadium. So while this is quite nice as well, before they started with Fucking in the Bushes, they played Born Slippy because Irvin Welsh was in the audience. So the whole place was just like bouncing at that point. And then we saw them drive in, and that was class. And like Liam gives a bit of the yeah, and then the pair of them like have a little bit of a hug and a handshake and stuff. And it's like, okay, cool. This is gonna happen. This is literally gonna happen. And then from that point on, it's a 2-hour karaoke is what it is, but it's like non-stop, absolutely non-stop, and everyone has a blast. So if you get a chance to go, it's definitely worth going, but not for a few £100, unless, I mean, if there's any other tickets going between now and the end of the tour, let me know. I'll have a chat with Mrs. J and see if I'm allowed to go again. I would go again. Especially hearing like there's some restricted view tickets for Wembley last time we're going for like £40, and I was like, why did I not know this? But presumably it was like £40, as in the doors are opening now. It's £40. Bloody London privilege, innit? You were meant to see Oasis tomorrow. Oh, like, what's happened? Mate, I'm sorry to hear that you're not going to make it. What stopped you doing it? Change of plans because of Football Manager. Football Manager can't change your plans to go to see Oasis. Unless you were playing Football Manager when the tickets went on sale and you forgot to go and buy them. Do you know, like, your Football Manager save can't be that important that you'd sacrifice going to the gig. Be like, oh, do you know what? Yeah, no, I was going to go, but I'm really into my save, so I think these tickets might as well just go to waste. Meant to see them on Friday at Murrayfield. What happened, we see? Triple PL wait for the inevitable digital download. Yeah, I mean, look, absolutely, but that's like saying, oh, I'd rather watch the cup final on the TV. It's not quite the same. It's decent, but it's not the same. Not the same by any stretch of the imagination. And 100% there'll be some sort of download. Of course there will be. Like, they've made an absolute fortune on this tour in terms of merch and ticket sales. They will be wringing every single penny out of everybody. So yes, there will definitely be a digital download and a documentary, I'd imagine. They'll tour again, quite possibly. There's a lot of talk that the tour's getting extended. The Scottish Fernandez. Who's this? Enzo Jeremish. Who's the Scottish Fernandez? This Brandon Hunter. There's got to be someone else who's Scottish, surely. Where are we? No, that might have been him. That might have been Brandon Hunter, but he's not called the Scottish Fernandez anymore now. The next Jarzinho. I mean, that's a big claim to fame, isn't it? Are we presuming that he's Brazilian? Must be this guy. Clodaldo. I mean, you must be half good if you're going to be the next Jorginho. Or is it Gilmy Antunes? I mean, we don't need left midfielders, do we? But he's also Belgian, so that'll help. Yeah, where's Brandon Hunter? Central midfielder. Let's stick him on the shortlist just in case. I mean, if he's good, he's clearly not going to come to the second division in France, is he? Jorginho was a winger. Well, that must be, yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it must be the other guy. So, I mean, I'm not entirely sure that the Scottish Enzo Fernandez is a thing. Is it? Maybe not. Clodaldo, he played in the 1970 World Cup final. Isn't he a bit old? I think there's something about his passport, maybe. Yashin Jordan. He's at Bastia, who are in Ligue 2. Oh, he's at Nice. £61 million. £10 million for Trey Hume. Who's done that? Wolfsburg. Well, we'll need more than £10 million for Trey Hume. Surely we'll need more than that. I mean, if Liverpool have got 30 million for Kwanzaa, then we're getting more than that. We're getting more than 10 million for Trey Hume. Surely. But then again, we've bought 107 players, so who knows? Who knows what? I would be surprised to see him go, especially for that figure. Don't call me Shirley. Ticketmaster took your tickets, as we see, but the tickets were sold to someone else. Really? How did that happen? Did you get compensation or something for it? I'm looking at all of our matches are now on TV. Is that because we're the entertainers? Is that because we're in a relegation battle? Possibly. You need to keep them for January and February when AFCON happens. We'll be in the Champions League spots by then. It's fine. Google it. They've made a bid. Oh, I believe they've made a bid. I also believe that £10 million is lowballing. Yeah, the offer of £20 compensation, no more than that. I mean, look. Again, £20 compensation for a gig you're not going to isn't too bad, really. If you get your money back and an extra 20 quid. I know it doesn't replace the tickets, but you're 20 quid up for now, really, aren't you? It doesn't replace the tickets, obviously. You saw Sunderland playing a friendly. Excellent. Who did you see? Who did you see? It's a Babatunde. It's suspended. Oh, Hearts. All right, okay. Was it the testimonial? Was it the Craig Gordon testimonial? Because if it was, I don't really think the Sunderland team were that really turned up for that. And also, neither did Craig Gordon. Wasn't he subbed off after like 17 seconds, which I guess kind of in a sense is incredibly apt for Craig Gordon. And I loved Craig Gordon. I thought he was brilliant, but as a man who had a lot of injury problems, but insanely good goalkeeper. If it happens to me tomorrow, I'm going to walk under in Edinburgh, getting increasingly drunk, stopping only to have a little cry. I think, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, Luffy. You're getting in. You're totally getting in. Saunier is wanted by the Red Bulls. That's interesting. He's a very, very good player. Yildirim wanted by Osijek. Giabate wanted by Chambly. He's not going. He's not going. You would take £20 not to see Oasis, says MCG. Well, look, each to their own, but I disagree. I disagree. I mean, Bahrain victorious. Interesting sponsor. Personally, I think Craig Gordon was underrated and should have been played for bigger clubs when he was on the form he was. Craig Gordon was absolutely underrated. Yeah, he was brilliant. He was incredible. But I think that he was at Sunderland for definitely a good period of his career. Injuries were part of the reason that he didn't get to move to quote-unquote bigger clubs. You know, but then again, he still played for Celtic, which is pretty big. Do you know what I mean? Plays in the Champions League after retiring, and then still comes back and plays Champions League football. So, yeah, I think he's done fine. But, yeah, injuries were the issue. I think he only played about 80 games for Sunderland in, 5 years or something? If you offered me £20 not to see them for every tour date, then I'd be tempted. Yeah, all right, Luffy. Okay, you've got a decent deal there. We could talk at that point. Like for fans of them, they're getting them back, but not for me. Exactly. That's exactly it, MCG. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, if it's not your thing, that's absolutely fine. You know, for example, I don't watch Love Island. Loads of people do. They love it. You know, I couldn't give a toss about Robbie Williams, but some people like him. You know, but there's no denying the cultural impact that a band like Oasis has. That's the thing. You know. Oh, what a finish. Is it offside? Sadly took a chance, and then when his career was about over and it really paid off for us and him. Yeah, but it's still got to be a case of, like, he was worth the risk, wasn't it? You know? Oasis on tour. They are, Ryan. Yeah. It's been fairly big news. Yes, Jefferson, great ball through. Got men Yilder him. Smashes it into the roof of the net. 1-0 up against Paris. We're moving up to 12th, everyone. We're on the rise. Have we got a late push for the playoffs? Do you know what I mean? It says more about British culture than Oasis. Explain, Blodro. What do you mean? In what sense? I don't fully understand the point. It could be on. It could be, couldn't it? Let's not say it's not. Oh! Yilder him again. Is it offside? They're looking around. There's no arms in the air. It's off. Oh. Copper being on the follow. Yeah, he is off, actually, to be honest. He's pretty off. It's Cham who nods it down. Evening, Copper B. Hope you're well. Nice to have you here. You said Oasis had a big cultural impact. I did, Blodro, and I'm trying to understand what you mean by saying that says more about British culture than Oasis. What do you mean? Glad to hear you well, gotta be. Glad to hear you well. And you're right, Ian. Absolutely rubbish call. I mean, you know, let's ignore the fact that he was offside, but it's just some 90s blokes ripping off the Beatles. Oh, fuck off. No, it's not. No, it's not, though, is it? It's not. It's really not. Look at the set list that they've played. Every single one of those songs, any band, bar about 12 in history, would kill for any of those songs. And to have all of them, and then to have a list of songs that are probably, well, not quite as good, but are still better than 99% of what other bands have put out as songs that they didn't play. I think it's a little bit more than some blokes ripping off the Beatles. And the Beatles ripped off a fuck ton of bands as well. Let's not beat around the bush with that. You know? Not liking Oasis is one thing, but you can't deny or dismiss the impact. 100%. 100%. Definitely maybe never sound like the Beatles. Yeah, I mean, there's like one or two tracks that sound a little bit like the Beatles. But I wouldn't say that an entire career sounds like the Beatles. It's such a lazy comparison as well. I'm sorry. Just coached my real life game today after thousands of hours in Football Manager. Nice. I'd happily listen to Oasis over the Beatles. There's a lot of crap from the Beatles, isn't there? Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of incredible stuff from the Beatles, but there's more rubbish to pick from because there's more of it. Absolutely different sound. Rich is right. Someone who's partiers with the 90s, they set the theme for a lot of British music at the time. Not just British music, British culture. Like, a lot of stuff was Stone Rock would be my go-to. Weed smokers ripping off the 70s rock. Stoner rock. Well, yeah, that's all rip-offs as well. Like, literally every song is a rip-off in that sense. Prog rock is progressive rock. It takes the riffs of rock music and dials it up a bit more. Do you know what I mean? It's all a bit. How many chords is there? 6. There's like, you know, there's only so many chords and notes in music. A fair bit of the early Beatles is too twee, and a fair bit of the later Beatles is ooh, look at us, we're on drugs. Yeah. There's so much music. At some point, nothing will be original. That moment's past. Gotta be like nothing is original at all. Not a thing. It wasn't even original when the Beatles did it, because they had to take inspiration from somebody. The Beatles didn't invent music. Do you know what I mean? Because even when they went through their psychedelic stage, well, guess what? People had done it before. That's how they knew it was a thing. They didn't suddenly pick up a sitar and go like, oh, I'm going to invent an instrument here and play along. And everyone's like, oh, God, aren't those cheeky chappies really, really clever? No, it's a thing. They've just taken it from someone else. Yeah? Listen to the Axis of Awesome song 4 chords. Shows how many songs exist with a combination of the same 4 chords. Yeah. 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 It's very good, actually. The Axis of Awesome are very, very good. But yeah, everything is inspired by something. But yeah, to say that Oasis are just a cheap version of the Beatles, it's very, very lazy. It's very lazy. To a point, most things rip off something else, but the phrase is unhelpful. In all things, help people build on, adapt to what's gone before, add new twists. Genuine originality is extremely rare. Yeah. Yeah. Or also, take inspiration from. Like, sometimes people want to show you their inspiration, show you their work. Like, this is what inspired me to make this sort of music, and therefore I want to pay homage to it and reference it and let you know that. You got to think as well that a band like Oasis, for example, when they came out in the 90s, were introducing people of our generation, because I was like 16 when I saw them in Loch Lomond, so I would have been, 12, 13, 14 when Definitely Maybe came out. Yes, I knew about the Beatles, but hey, do you know what? A lot of kids in my school didn't know about the Beatles, so then they went and learned about the Beatles because of Oasis, talking about the fact that this was inspired by them. That was their favourite band. So it actually helped a generation find the Beatles. So to say they were just a rip-off is, nah, I'm not having that. Do you know what? You can go and... Right, I'm not going to offer new contracts just yet. I love the Who, but I'll admit a lot of their stuff is A, G, D chords in that order. Yeah, the Rolling Stones. There's a lot of crap in the Rolling Stones back catalogue. I love you too, but there's some stinkers in there. Back catalogue as well. If you listen closely to Champagne Soap and Over, it sounds close to Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart's The Jupiter Symphony. Does it? But that's not by the Beatles. All music comes from the band's members' inspiration and leads to evolutions of the genre. There you go, Bull. There you go. You know, put it into a football context. Every manager has inspiration from somebody else. Yeah. You know, you can talk about all your Pep clones, your Klopp clones. Nobody ever seems to talk about the fact that, you know, that Total Football, you know, they give it all the Dutch. Oh yeah, or they follow the Dutch Total Football system. No one seems to mention that was invented by Dynamo Kyiv, do they? No, they sort of ignore that bit first of all and just focus on that, you know. Yeah, it's a little bit too much like logic around here. Yeah, we don't do logic. Brandon Hunter was massively inspired by Enzo Fernandez. Yeah, see, who's being logical? Stop that right now. Exactly, Ruscio. Get the bands out. Yeah, believe it or not, a lot of the manufactured pop bands all sound the same. Yeah. I was going to ask a genuine question. Genuine history points of tactical originality, innovation, discuss. Great question. Great question, Rich. The floor is everybody's. What is tactical and originality and what is innovation? I'll be completely honest. I have not got a clue. I've got Inverting the Pyramid back there. We can try and read it. And that'll give us some indication as to what happens and what's original and what's not. But ultimately, nothing's original, is there? Like, you know, films aren't original. In fact, here's the thing. Right, here's a bit of self promotion. My new not podcast. You know, back when football was mint, right? I don't know what it is. Yeah, I've popped on there. I put my little intro video on as to what the channel's going to be about, and then someone's just wrote back put a comment on going, "Oh, this is called like Quickly Kevin." And I just wrote back going, "Oh, imagine a world where two things that are quite similar could exist." You know, I'll just go and tell movies and films and everything else. Arseholes, man. I don't know what's worse, me putting things on the internet and not expecting idiots to respond to it, or idiots. Don't know. But there's the link anyway, by the way, if you want to join in. We're going to put some stuff up this week to show you what goes down. You mean your new Absolutely a podcast? Hey, I've got some really interesting ways of doing it though, Rouge. One, if I can do it the way that I envisage it in my head, we're going to do some bits like, you know, those like 90s talking head shows you used to get with, like, you know, the 50 greatest motorways or something, or even Shill, how are you, buddy? Or, you know, the 90 most dangerous moments of TV. If I can logistically put it together, I'm going to do something like that for a couple of things, to have like multiple people on camera talking about the same stuff, and cut it together. Yeah, like the ITV2 Christmas things, 100% that. So I'm going to try and do that sort of thing, just so it's like something very, very different, because I think that would look class. Oh, Diabate, what a cutback. Son, yeah. Quarantine cyclist, in on the 15 months, my friend. Very, very kind indeed. Thank you. You have indeed jumped across from YouTube. Appreciate it, my friend. Calispira Jason, how are we? Now, as a porn ban in the UK, you could possibly do a nostalgic, the 50 greatest sex tapes podcast. Yeah, although I don't really want people sending me selfies to prove that they can watch it. Speaking of which, today's episode is sponsored by NordVPN. It's not, but this is a managerial masterclass. No, Scalari, this is a managerial inspiration display. I haven't invented this tactic. This is a tactic that takes inspiration from many other tactics. But what a turnaround. What a turnaround in fortunes. There's worse things that can send you to review. That's true. No idea who you are, but you'll love this bit. That's the best in it. I've got no idea who you are, but I'll have a bit of this. Like, yes. Yep, that's great. Thank you. Oh, we didn't cut that out. It's management, I'll say that much. This is from the Michael Scott School of Football Management. Somehow I manage. Doing good, Gaffer, says Jason. Bless you and the family. Thank you very much, Jason. Very kind. I feel you are a rip-off of Big Sam. It's true, isn't it? It's true. Quarantine cycles had to explain to my sister why our VPN was so much slower since the 1st of August. My darling nephew, 29 lives count, didn't want to tell his mum about all the blokes wanting access to adult content. It's not a ban, it's just trying to stop children from watching it. What, this? Or the... Oh, yeah, the other stuff. Guardiola rip-off tactic. I know. Do you know what I mean? The thing is, what I will say is surely I don't see why it should be us that should be punished for children trying to access that sort of content. Right? Do you know what I mean? Stop the kid. The kids are the ones that are more likely to take a selfie. Do you know what I mean? It's not us. We're not sitting there going, oh, you know what? I'll just do a quick selfie. I'm now like, do you know what? Fine. I'll go cold turkey. I'll sacrifice. You know, the kids are the ones who'll find a way around it. If anything, it's us that's gonna be hit the hardest. Not like the kids who know what a VPN is and can work one. Will somebody think of the middle-aged blokes? Somebody. Dear Batty makes it 2-1, by the way. Or not hitting the hardest. Exactly. I realised once I'd said that MCG, I was like, that could be taken the wrong way. That's what she said. That's what they said. We're up to 11th. We're only 9 points off 5th. This would be a turnaround of epic proportions, wouldn't it? It's probably a little bit too much. But you never know. We never know. Being accused of being a rip-off, being called a Sam Allardyce rip-off sounds like a compliment if anything else. Jason, I think you missed the start of it where someone was saying that the Oasis were a rip-off of the Beatles, and I was like, that's too lazy. So we've just taken that. So tonight everything is an inspiration from or taken influence from, rather than being classed as a rip-off. Checked you again with a goal. Okay, 2 for you, is it? Interesting. How many politicians own shares in VPNs? Yeah, oh yeah. All of them. No free kick, apparently. Come on, let's get that ball back. Come on, Sochaux. 2-2's not terrible, though. Oh, they've found a way to pass the ball around us, haven't they? Oh, that'll do. That'll slow him down, but he's going to go straight off. That is very much a tackle of frustration, isn't it? That feels like it was Very much a fuck you thing. Right, let's go down to 1 up top. Actually, you know what? Diabate is playing really well. Do I bring him off or do I bring... So let's keep Yildirim on, because he's more likely to be able to lead the line on his own. Okay. Plus we can rest Diabate a little bit as well. Oh, no. That's Juve again. Oh, is that because Gockham's playing at centre-back? Oh, dear. Whoops. Moyes, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, he's giving the ball away. And Juve scored his hat-trick now. I think we need to have a little nosy at him, don't we? I think the playoffs is probably now off. We've lost our opportunity, I think. Juve again. How's the show job? Last time I saw was your TikTok ban and the resignation from hacking. Yeah, so we're doing pretty well, to be honest. We're certainly doing better than I thought. I was expecting us to really struggle. We've been near the bottom, but we're on a decent run of form. We're out of the relegation zone now, and we are nudging up towards mid-table. We've got 5 games to go now this season, so it looks like we're going to end the season tonight. Saunier cuts inside. Oh, unlucky. Amara drops a shoulder. Josefferson. Saunier's blocked it. Josefferson. Oh, almost. Right, let's put him as an advance forward as well. See if we can push him on a bit. Yeah, well, we're down to 15th now. That's weird. We were pushing on. We were 12th at the start of this match. So yeah, this is why the playoffs now isn't on. We think. Safe to say. Maybe a Josefferson comes off for Mendy. Oh. Oof. We're enjoying it. We are enjoying it, Moyes. Yeah, we are. It felt like a bit of a interesting job to take over. It felt like it was going to be tough. Valenciennes are really giving it to us there. But we've got 10 men though, haven't we? How much of it can we say is a problem? Yeah, 11 points behind Grenoble. We're not getting that playoff spot now. We could still... I mean, look. 2 wins, that moves us up to mid-table, though, so... I think that's the thing. Oh. Rutvala. Attempting your first part to Prem save. Nice, good work. Right, I just think this is a damage limitation now, isn't it? And Sony is injured. That's not ideal. 5-2 defeat at home. We are down to 10 men, but that's still tough. Tough to take. Checked you if we have to have a little look at him. He got a hat-trick, so... Sonia's out for a couple of days. Sanchez is banned. $31. Oh. He's got 10 goals already this season. At least he has actually scored this season. He's not just, you know, turned up with his first goals and it's an entire hat trick. We have seen that before, haven't we? I mean, in true FM fashion, what we need to do now is rip the tactic up and start again, don't we? Especially now we're playing bottom of the league. That's like, it does feel like a good idea to do that. Sanchez is now asking for a new contract off the back of that match there. I think maybe we wait. He's 2037. There's plenty of time left. Doesn't matter how much time's left on the contract. I'm not getting into this. Alright, work hard. Good. Challenger's thrown down. He's accepted it. Fair play to the boy. I've lost the dressing room. Board have called me in twice. Should I just quit? No, ride it out. Ride it out. If there's a better job available, then quit, yeah. But if not, the sack's fine. Deal with the sacks. This is where he gets injured. Yeah. Yeah, actually, let me just quickly send a message. Ian Root, nice to see you, buddy. Appreciate the raid. How are we? Welcome, welcome. How are we? Are we safe yet? Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think so. Mathematically, no, but I think the way we're playing, probably. Like, I'm confident. We just now need to make sure that the maths make sense, you know? But we'll see. We'll see how we get on. I think we'll be safe, to be honest. Here I come to ruin the form. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Look at that. We've looked like. Do you know what? I've got a feeling that Console was there watching that last match, just in the background, going, "Oh, look at oh." I'm not going to say anything, but you know, I know he's lost 5-2. It's probably time for me to say hello, just to sort of be like, look, just in case anyone's wondering, I am here, and then that's how it's going to be. So, just walked in. A likely story. Thunderstorm mid-dog walk got soaked. Really? Thunderstorms? Okay. I suppose that would help freshen the air up. It's a bit humid up here. Very humid. So we could do with a little bit of freshening. Usman Chiam. Injured. So he's going to miss. How was Oasis? Awesome. Awesome console. Brilliant. Back to their best. Liam sounds better than he did 20 years ago. Do you know what? I'm going to say... There you go, look at that. Keep this run of form going. Keep the lads happy. Sounded a bit like Ringo. Well, yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Like, a lot of their songs did sound very, very Beatley. Apart from the ones that they wrote themselves. So that was interesting. Probably down to more cups of tea than narcotics. I'd imagine so. But yeah, they sound better. Like, they genuinely sound like they want to be there. And they're playing full pelt. So yeah, I think the fact that they've managed to split things up is obviously helping the recovery. I think, rather than back-to-back shows. Otherwise, they'd tire themselves out. I still think that they'll burn themselves out midway through the tour anyway, because they are playing hard. And there's no like sort of sitting and chatting and like, oh, this next song is about like the time that I was walking down, like, nah, none of that. It's just like, right, here's the next song, bang, done. Right, here's the next song, bang, done. Right, here's the next song, bang, done. It's just that. Just for like 2 hours straight. Banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. That's the least you want in the tour. They want to be there. Yeah, and it sounds like a really odd thing to say, that they want to be there, but you can see like that Noel clearly wants to be there as well, which I think has always been the big problem. I think he's probably struggled more than Liam has, because Liam's now like just gone into this sort of thing where he is able to be his own person, and people still like him. And I think that Noel's High Flying Birds just nobody really cared, and I think Noel's found that a bit tough. And then just going back out and just going, oh, by the way, I wrote all these songs, and everyone's like, oh yeah, good point, yeah. And obviously there's a new generation that are just finding him for the first time, and there's still some people whinging on about that, being like, no, the tickets should have gone to real fans. Like, no, it should have been open, and like, if more people have found the band, then great. That's brilliant. That's what you want. It's just the way it is. They have to play the next song quickly in case they fall out in between. There, see, there's Paul talking about Oasis because they argue. Yeah? Yeah? 2 out of 3 Gallagher's having a great 2025. Yeah, Paul Gallagher, not so much. And that's not Paul Gallagher that used to play for Blackburn, by the way. Although also probably not having a great 2025. Would have loved to have gotten tickets for that. I was 745,000th in the queue. Real fans, I wanted to go but didn't get a ticket. Yeah, exactly, that's it, yeah. I've listened to Don't Blow Back in Anger the most. Like, oh, really? Was it Dermot Gallagher? My niece went to see him and didn't say, oh, she has disposable income and I don't. Yeah, it was one of those ones where when I was offered a ticket, it was a case of yes, and then I went, how much? Because there was just a yes first. I love the fact I got to take my cousin as well. That was class. Oh, Gockman intercept. Saunier off the bar. Where is Paul Gallagher, who used to play for Blackburn? I don't know where he is now. I don't think he's in the same place as Paul Gallagher from Oasis, as brothers is going to end up being. So I certainly hope not, and certainly not for the same things. Let's just say Paul Gallagher from Oasis's relations would not fall under the TJ's Morally Good Adventure. I was playing Wonderwall badly on a £40 guitar in '95 before the kids were even born. Well, that's the thing. See? He was coaching in Stoke but left in June 24. Hey, see, Rouge already on it. Quick as a flash. Research at the speed of FM console. Let's do some counter pressing and try and get in their faces, shall we? According to Wikipedia, that's as good a source as any, Rouge. That's as good a source as any. Girardeur. Over the top. Keeper's tipped it over. Girardeur with the corner. Cleared away. Jefferson picks it up. Prévost. Cardo. Nothing. Right, come on, we can win this. We have to win this. We don't need to. I mean, look, my old colleague lecturer would strongly disagree with you, but that's what we have. So all we have to do. My college, as a former college lecturer myself, I absolutely would also disagree. And then, of course, there's the rise of AI, which is, you know, the lazy person's research. I asked ChatGPT. Did you ask ChatGPT if you're a lazy cunt? No, I didn't. I asked it to do my work for me. That's the same thing. Speaking of offending people, I think our TikTok ban's up tonight. We might be back on that on Wednesday. We'll see. I don't do AI. I've started to have a look at it, but... It's I can see the benefits of it, but I also can see that it is just a way for people to be lazy, particularly when it comes to creative industries. What did you get banned from saying again? Well, I'm not on TikTok, so I can say it. You know, I simply repeated the fact that Simaggio said that Americans were boring. So on Wednesday, I'm not allowed to say that. They want us to start using it for reports. I'm not using AI to write reports. I have to go to court inquests. Well, the thing is that they also don't know what they want when it comes to report writing. So they say that they want those reports written, but they don't really know what that means. Just being a dick, go for it. Go for it, MCG. You wouldn't be the first round here. You only said Simaggio said Oasis were boring. Said they were a little bit too much like the Beatles. No one suspects the TikTok Inquisition. Well, here we are, 0-0 with bottom of the table. Who'd have thought? We would have thought. Because it feels terribly predictable. Although we've now got 3 away games. Nerot have shot themselves up there, haven't they? Uh-oh. The 6 minutes of injury time, and they've got a throw in. Nearly. More points than games. You're good according to Kev. I am good. Yes, Jefferson pulls it back. Oh, Fevre. That should do it. Wait, now which Kev are we talking about, Simon? Which Kev? For there are several. Oh, offside? Offside? I hope so. Goal awarded. Lelujo, the Kev ratio, whatever he wants to call it. Nice. Kevin Watley from Morse. Yeah. Kevin Webster from Coronation Street. That's a good ball, actually. Well, if Kev says I'm good, then I'm good. Yeah. That's a disappointing goal to concede. It's a clever free kick, by the way, but disappointing. We'll take it. That's fine. 3-goal difference. Well, it's going to be fine. We've got a positive of 3, but everyone else has got loads of negatives. So, with more authority, more conviction, and with less surprise, TJ. All right. Let me try that again. Let me try that again. 2 points per game to win the league and 1 point to survive. 2 points per game. We might now. We haven't got enough now. Hopeful of Sunderland staying up this year. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyone who says that we're not going to is wrong. And probably a Newcastle fan. Sochaux slumped to worst ever League 2 finish. We've not finished the league yet. They're now assured of what will be their worst ever finish. Really? I mean, maybe in this history, yes, but not overall, surely. Also, we only joined midway through the season, so I'm not taking the blame for it. In fact, the fans of the board are happy with where we are. Yeah? So, it'll be fine. Mediocrity at its finest. Again, stick it on a t-shirt. I'm still gonna clip it and put it in the Discord, but it's absolutely not my fault. It was broken when I got here, officer. Yeah, they got promoted from the 3rd division. Work that one out. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Like, facts are getting in the way of this again, aren't they, console? 2023-24, they're in the National League. They're lowest, so they must have been relegated at some point. It did say their lowest League 2 position. It didn't say their lowest position of all time. Which, maybe they should. Lowest in League 2 doesn't count if you've been below it. Yeah, this is how I found out when I took the job. Yeah. How many teams are involved? All of them. All of them, apparently. Every last one of them. Sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. Let me just edit something very, very quickly. Sorry. 2 seconds. Right. Even Liv, nice to see you. How are we? We were in the press conference, but it was one of those. Thought TJ's might have gone wrong there. No. I'd forgotten I hadn't posted something, so I had to post it up. But it's probably far too late for it to be done. But never mind. It's done anyway. Benjamin Saunier wants to play in a stronger squad. Look. I don't want to sell you. I understand you want to play in a stronger side. I'm willing to offer you assurances I'm going to significantly strengthen our squad and your ambitions. You can keep looking. I can't keep you forever. It's becoming clear. I'll let you leave in the next window. Let you go if a reasonable bid comes in. I can't wait that long. It's my career. Would a pay rise help? No. Okay. Fine. Clay doesn't want to be here at all then. That's fine. Bye. I find slapping a value sometimes. I mean, look. At the end of the day, he's going to have a big value put on the top of his head. If he wants to go, fine. But it's going to cost. It's going to cost you. Right, so Diabate's going to have to come off because he's injured. So, right, you can... There. Saunier's kicked off, so let's put him on the bench. Yeah, that's how we solve that problem. We take our best player off. That'll show him. Staffish Grillo can go back on the bench. Oh, Charles not playing, so get him out. Okay, let's try this then. So, she'll probably give you a bit of a breakdown as to how this week's going to go as well, by the way. So, obviously, stream tonight, clearly. No stream tomorrow, because that's me playing football. Wednesday stream. Thursday, no stream, because that's podcast recording night. Also, the podcast will come out this Thursday, of course. Podcast this week is going to be with Mr. Diz. So we're recording... Well, sorry, no. Podcast for next week is going to be with Diz. We're recording with him on Thursday, so that'll come out next week. This week's episode is already recorded, and I can't remember. International management? International management, I think, is what we talked about. Yeah, that's this week's episode. That comes out on Thursday. So we've got that. Record with Diz on Thursday for next week. And then Friday, no stream because I'm either in bed because I've got an early start to go to Slough on Saturday, or I will drive to Slough on Friday night, so I don't have to drive all the way on Saturday morning. Hyping this week's pod, aren't we? It's been a long week. console. I can't possibly be able to remember everything I've done. Like, next week's episode will probably be great. It'll be brilliant, but I can't remember the exact specifics of it. Nevsky, what happened in Sweden? The board started taking loads of money off us, so we figured rather than staying there and being exploited as part of some sort of money laundering racket, we figured it was best to leave. And until 2 games ago, when console turned up, we were possibly en route for a playoff spot, but now we're back in a relegation battle. Probably best to drive down Friday. I mean, well, yeah, logistically, Dan, yes, but now that's another 50 quid to have to spend on top of the 250 quid I've already spent going to Slough. So we're going to Slough because we're playing for Callum in his charity match, and it's proving rather costly. It'll be good though. It'll be good. But yeah, money has been spent. So yeah. So, and Mrs. J's out on Friday night. Mrs. J will not be driving that far because she isn't confident enough driving. She's just started driving around the doors. And we're picking up the new car on Friday as well, so that'll be the first time it's driving that distance. So yeah, Mrs. J won't be on the motorways at night. Absolutely not. So they're going to flag that for offside, aren't they? Oh, we've got arms in the air. We have a goal. Musterman is there, I think. Is he? Excellent. Excellent. Man, that's not going to help my drive, but that's beautiful if he is. In fact, Musterman's going to start doing some work on the Back When Football Was Mint channel as well. So he's going to start doing some work for that. I'm sure he lives in Slough. I think so. No, I think is he not Luton? Possibly, or somewhere around there. I think you could be right though, Rich. He's in around them, but yeah, I know he's going to do some of the Football Was Mint stuff. He says, "Oh, mainly what I'll do is about Des Walker's mustache." I was like, "That's perfectly fine." So, thank you for people who've subscribed to that channel already, by the way, because there's no content there yet, but people have already trusted the concept. So, thank you for that. Content will be there this week. Oh, balls at the top. Oh, shit. I'm trying to get there. Still turns out the in-laws aren't going and future son-in-laws aren't to this party. Well, no. If you get there, you get there, console. I'll be there eventually, but yeah, I don't think the idea of driving all that way first thing in the morning is particularly brilliant. Like having to get up at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock to drive down and then have to spend most of the time stretching out before even getting on the pitch. I don't think that's the best idea, so maybe driving late at night is slightly better. I was looking forward to seeing about how far Slough is from Norfolk. It's too far to do a day, and Saturday's my only day off. Oh, honestly, mate, it's a drive and a half. But as Zeep says, it is streaming on Callum's Twitch for people who can't make it. Again, that doesn't really help me if I've got to play in the match. And, you know, selfishly, I will think of myself first with this. Have I checked out the unofficial but legit changes to player roles in FM yet? Yeah, but I'm certainly not offering any comment upon it. 3-2. That's a great strike, though. I'll take a bit of that. Back up to 12th. That's more like it. That's more like it. 2 more games to go. If we're at 6 points, 43 points, we could finish 9th or 10th here. That would be decent. But I think Nero are there now, though, so they were here when we first started. Unless it's Neems and Armeens we've got. Did you watch the end of the FM Creator League last week? I didn't, unfortunately. No. What night was it? Was it Friday, I think? Because, yeah, no, unfortunately, I didn't see it. So, am I right in thinking we're at the Space one, possibly? Maybe? I don't know if I saw that right or not. Happy with that. Goal difference for swing means we've got a chance to climb. Yeah, that'll certainly help us either way. Like if we do end up Jack beats Clates. Several players feel he should let Sonia leave the club. I mean, that's a lot of people want him out. Oh no, or these people say that keep him, but these guys are like, fuck him off. I mean, Quentin Favre probably thinks get rid of him because he plays in the same position, which means we could move him out wide, so it wouldn't be the worst loss. But I mean, what, he's got 2 years left on his contract. Strasbourg are interested in him. Let him leave. No player should be left here against his will, says the man who would be his instant replacement. Yeah. Right. Do you know what? Fine. Stuff him then if that's what you want. Sochaux Rebellion. Yeah. Shoo him out the door. Yeah. I guess that's kind of what you got to do, isn't it? Like, we got to sort of look at the reality here and go, okay, fine. He's gonna be what he's gonna be. If he wants to leave, fine. We just have to make sure that the value we've got is gonna be reasonable. The price is on the high side, but not by much. Right, let's stick 5 million on there and see what we can do. Yeah, we'll do all the bits and bobs when it comes to trying to get him gone. But for now, let's see what they've got. James and Richard's 400 games of management. There we go. Look at that. Celebrating 400 games in France. Well, not in France, but we celebrated our 400th game whilst being in charge of a club in France. So Gochman is going to become the league's top goal scorer. Excellent. Oh, okay. All right. So we're now the league's best scorers. Okay, we've now scored more goals than Clermont Foot, who are going to win the title, and we're in 12th. We've scored more goals than them. Crazy. I think my highlight of the league was the FIFA creator losing his shit when Benji FM'd him. I think I might be able to work out the problem here, Gaffer. I think so. The defence is shite. You've spotted it too, Rouge, have you? You spotted it too. I want to do my Milan rebuild, but I'm waiting for the next FM. Oh, Livy, you've got loads of time. Jump in on it. Get your rebuild done. Yeah, plenty of time to do that. You've even got time to actually play it. Keeper's still on 10 grand a week. Keeper is still on 10 grand a week. We haven't touched anything really since we got here. We've done a couple of signings, a couple of free players in on loan. But yeah, we'll have to have a look around and see what we can do. Wiggle some cash around. It could be an interesting summer, actually, in terms of recruitment and changing a direction and stuff. So, TJ, you pick then what is now the challenge and what's the next FM challenge? Bob Paisley, AC Milan. I mean, look, you know me, Liv. I'm never going to suggest anybody does a Liverpool save. I know you will because you know that's your team. But AC Milan, all the way. Why would you not? Get them back to the glory days. It's got to be the way. Retro Milan for fun. There is fun to be had there. Right, penultimate game of the season away to Nimes. Yeah, use the Mad Scientist database and get either the proper, like, was it 93, 94? I think he had a 92, is it? Or whatever else he's got. I'm sure he's got a early 2000s database somewhere. AC Milan are too intimidating. Maldini with that hair just makes me feel like I could never be worthy. Same cyclist, but sometimes you just got to trust yourself and go like, you know what? Nah, it's fine. The red and black kits are beautiful. Good luck on the 5-hour drive, says Malanius. Yeah, I'm going to need that. Clates is playing. Yes, Clates is playing. Yeah, there's loads of good players in the playing in the charity match, to be honest. I presume Clates is good. I just get the impression he's going to be good. Zims Muller's playing. I'd imagine he's going to be decent as well. Second yellow card's playing. Dupe's playing. Rich Jones is playing. Who else is on? Big Robbo. Sai Maggio. Sweet Left Foot. Tony Jameson. Did I say Dupe? Callum, obviously. Oh, Josefferson. Decent hit. Proudy's in goal. RDF's not doing it, unfortunately. He's not doing it. It's too close to the wedding. So, unfortunately, RDF's not going to be there. D-Boy plays is in. Oh, Gogman over the top, off the bar. Sorry, great header back. The defender. I feel really bad. Oh, McKinn's is going to play. I'm doing this off the top of my head, by the way. I'm not looking at the list either. I'm just trying to remember who's already signed up. Nerdphonic. Andy Robertson was the first player I ever sold in FM because he annoyed me in game. I think that's perfectly reasonable. If a player annoys you, get him gone. That's the power. You have to recreate Arrigo Sacchi's domination. Yeah, or Filali. What a finish. Create a tactical blueprint for world football, nothing else will do. Yeah. Sacchi did the Christmas tree, didn't he? Is that right? Or was that Trapattoni? But Rich is right. Nothing less than 90s AC Milan is good enough. Oof. Ancelotti Christmas tree. That's it. Autism doesn't let me lose asymmetric tactics. Good. Maybe that. Yeah, that's because I look at it and I'm like, you know what? This is stupid. It makes no sense. Is everyone aware how much bigger a full-size pitch and the full-size goals are? It's more than 5 a side. I mean, I can tell you for a fact that I am definitely aware of how much bigger a full-size football pitch is. I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm very much using the phrase, I'm going to let the ball do the work. Yeah? I'm not bombing it up and down the pitch. Yes, I might be on the wing or I might be up front, but I'm not going to be busting a gut for an hour, 45 minutes, 90 minutes, whatever it is I'm playing. I'm not up and down. I'll pick my moments accordingly. I hope that my knee doesn't fall off. I'm sure it's fine. No ball, you get up there. Oh, no. The ball will be going up there. Do you know what I mean? It will get there. And all I'm going to say is it's a through ball. It's a through. If anything, the striker hasn't got on the end of it, so it's not my fault. Yeah. It's in a good spot. It's in the channel. You get it. Or if I've crossed it in, get on the end of it. Oh, no. Great tackle. Brilliant defensive work to dig yourself out of the hole we put ourselves in. Unfortunately, we don't seem to have a defender to bring him off to replace him with because he's not playing very well. But 6 minutes to hold out. Cardo very much living on the I'm 6'7", therefore I'm still playing. His height is doing a lot of the justification for picking him. Please don't make a mistake. Oof. I feel we're about to be punished. This could put Neems down. They're now gone second bottom. 1 game to go. We go up to 12th. That will do. It's a European Cup of Champions League. It is. It is, Livy. Yes. Yes, we had to explain that to someone else last week as well. The European Cup wasn't the Champions League. What? Someone's used the retro database to finally win the Serie A with Fiorentina. Correct the moment Battistute lifts the title with the correct club. Could you imagine, Jason? Could you imagine somebody else doing that? Jack Grealish to Everton is so Football Manager. I don't know, is it? It's a great move for Everton. It's a great move. I would have taken Grealish at Sunderland. I think it seems like a really good move. It doesn't feel like a Football Manager move at all. If he went to I'm trying to think of like a really odd Italian club, maybe. Yeah, all right, okay, right. If Grealish went to Lazio, that would feel like a Football Manager move. Like, I feel like Grealish to Everton makes sense. Like, where else is he going to go? Like, he's good enough for the top 6 clubs, but once again, the English media seem to think he's not. And the last time the English media said someone wasn't good for a top 6 side, they went on to be recommended for the Ballon d'Or after winning Serie A. So, do you know what? It almost shows that the English media don't know anything. Yeah. Grealish is still a very, very good player. Yeah, always ends up in Saudi Arabia. Exactly. Joe Hart to Torino. That's a Football Manager transfer. Yeah, not Jack Grealish to Everton. Yeah, if he ended up at Al Hilal or Al Ittihad or whatever, that would be FM. Grealish to Everton is good, and I think he's a very Moyes signing too. Again, I don't feel like he's a Moyes signing. I just feel like it's, well, I guess that's probably slightly... Is it bad to say that he's not a Moyes signing? Maybe he is, maybe he's not. I'm not sure what David Moyes signing is. It really is anymore now, but I just think it's a really good signing for Everton. I just think it's a really, really good signing. Yeah, he's got a point to prove. He's going to actually play. And he's going to be given license to run at players again and take shots and create chances rather than be a robot at Man City. You know, that's why, and maybe this is why I don't think Foden's actually any good, because I just don't see anything in him at Man City that makes me believe that he is as good as everybody seems to think he is. I've not seen it. Yeah, he'll get games, and he'll get given. He'll just be given the chance to actually go and be a footballer, and that's all he needs to do. You know? Foden is good at what Pep needs. Yeah. I don't really think that's anything, though, is it? I don't really know what Pep needs or wants. Right. Yeah. Well, an elite goalkeeper coming through, by the looks of it. Weird thing is City selling Savinho after loaning him out. They need to bring money in. I don't know. Man City are Man City. Who knows? Who knows what they're doing? Everton will love winning free kicks in good positions due to Grealish's capability of winning fouls. Yeah, and he'll be able to take the free kicks and he'll be able to do well with them. So he's a very, very good player. Grealish is a very good player. As I say, I would take him at Sunderland, absolutely. On a whole, if Moyes is not an expansive tactician, he'll give Grealish the chance and responsibility, get on the ball, create. I think Bowen Arnautovic, he likes players who can progress the ball. Yeah, exactly. Everton will be top 8 because Brentford will drop down. And this is why I don't think Sunderland are in a bad spot, because there's a lot of teams that are going to drop. Brentford, Bournemouth, Wolves. They're all going to drop. Newcastle. Forest. Yeah, they're not going to be in. Well, you never know. You never know. Brighton, maybe. Bournemouth has sold their back line. Yeah, exactly. Not replaced. And you know what an elite talent means, don't you, Jason? It means that's someone we can sell. Moyes gets unfairly dismissed as wanting more utilitarian players. Remember we signed Kudus and Paqueta for West Ham. Yeah. Sunderland could do well if they get early form. I agree. I think they'll be fine. Brentford will surprise Peter Kalalala is a top goalkeeper. Henderson will give them solidity. I forget his name, but the guy that's trying to replace Tony is fit and highly rated. Interesting. I've not seen enough of any of those players to say for definite, so but that hasn't stopped me normally, so Wolves are in worse trouble. listen to that. This is the thing. Like, look at that, Liv. Liverpool pricing out their own fans. Yeah. The club of the people, apparently. Disgusting. Waiting a long time for a Keith to be a top flight manager. I think we'll be waiting a long time. A long time for someone called Keith to be a top manager. I think it was the way for most football, wasn't it? But we're talking like way back, like, you know, like 80s, 70s, because there was nothing else to do, and it was a couple of quid. I remember the days when I would go. I think it was like £3 on the turnstile or something. We've not had even an Englishman winning the Premier League yet, let alone a Keith. Yes, Jefferson, what a free kick that was. You'll never walk alone unless you're skinned, and then you can walk all by yourself somewhere away from us. Yeah. Wish some football was less toxic. I know all fans aren't bad, but the bad ones are loud. Agreed, Liv. Agreed. 50s and early before the toxicity crept in. Yeah. Your Liverpool's ticket's been frozen 8 out of 10 years. Well, because you don't need money, do you, Tune? That's the thing. Yeah, you know, you don't spend any money at all, do you? So you don't have to raise the ticket prices to get any cash in. You know, that Coutinho money's, you know, just resting in your account. Eden Rock and Roller, welcome in. Hope you're good. How's Save? Save is good. Save's good. We're final match of the season. And it looks like we're safe. Well, we are safe. Mathematically, we're safe. We might even be able to finish mid-table, which is going to be quite a surprise. About to spend the Jordan Hype Fund. Do you know what? I'm waiting for that. Oh, this is just the Ryan Brewster cash that we had kicking down. Oh no, this is the money we saved on Daniel Sturridge's wages. Come on. Right, well, Le Havre look like they're about to spoil our end of season. I enjoyed that attribute the save. I am. I don't fully understand it yet, but I'm enjoying it. It's very, very different. We're spending the Darwin Núñez fund for the next 3 seasons. No, because what they'll do is the evil empire gave Liverpool money for Darwin Núñez to give that money back to the evil empire so they can have Isaac. It's called money laundering. That's what it is. Liverpool, we've got loads and loads of morals, but we'll absolutely sell loads of our players to Saudi. Don't spoil the secret. I know. Sorry, my mistake, Ian. My mistake. God, where are my manners? But remember, it's okay if everyone else does it. I googled Jordan Ibe's playing my level of Journeyman this season. Yeah. Apparently so. Apparently he went through a bit of a sort of mental health downturn as well. And the Ryan Brewster fund. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And the Dominic Solanke money. Remember? They got that. And now they've got the Kwanzaa fund. And who was the Dutch defender that they sold for like 30 million quid? Van Sepp or something. Just any old nonsense. Can Isaac go to Chelsea so then Arsenal sign him for 3 years? Solanke's good, to be fair. He's better now. When he was sold, he certainly wasn't a £20 million striker. And I still maintain that until the last couple of seasons, he's not been a £20 million striker. And now he's probably a £20 million striker, not a £60 million striker that Spurs paid. But that's the way the market is. Vandenberg, that's the one, yeah. I'm all for Liverpool's unlimited funds. They attract sell-on clauses for us thanks to Van Dijk and Frimpong. What do you mean? I don't get that. Activating sell-on clauses. Van Dijk came through the youth system. Absolutely did not cost 80 million quid. But Liverpool have got no money apparently. They keep telling us that. Oh, like Celtic got money from it. Got you. Yeah. Well, again, it's weird because he was born and raised in Toxteth, so I don't understand. I don't understand how anybody gets any money from that. Yeah. Frimpong was a Trent swap. No, because Trent left. I mean, Frimpong has been, he's been learning English on the side, same as Wirtz. Liverpool fans have not mentioned that at all, have they? Fucking, he speaks perfect English. No. Even Chris, how are you, buddy? Welcome. Liverpool bought the in-game edit. They've been doing some cheating somewhere. Frimpong was born in England. That explains that then. Wirtz hadn't even heard of England before he signed for Liverpool. Apparently. Sunderland nearly spent the Job and Bent money. Oh, and then some. But we haven't spent our playoff money yet. Chris has arrived at the Liverpool bashing of the stream. To be fair, it's normally earlier. You know what I mean? Like, so Scousers wouldn't know perfect English if it came up to them. It wouldn't. It's difficult, isn't it, to work out when the Liverpool bashing starts. Usually when we hit go live. Yeah, and they haven't even won the Charity Shield. So that's another year of not winning the quadruple. Speaking about bashing, what did Tottenham do this window? TikTok doesn't worry Scousers. Yeah. I don't know what have Tottenham done this window. The Beatles were an Oasis, a time-travelling Oasis rip-off. Yeah, and the Beatles had to travel to Germany to get popular. And then all the Scousers went, I think they belong to us, don't they, surely? Yeah. Right, 3-1 defeat against Le Havre. That wasn't the ideal way to end the season. But we finished 12th, which is fine. Which is absolutely fine. So Clermont Foot have been signed crown champions. Tufik Boata wants to leave as well, but he's 29, so fine if he wants to go as well, whatever. See if we can bring some extra cash in, shall we? I love that. What have Tottenham been doing? Look, quite a bit actually. Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't really watching. Good. That's why I like people who quickly back down from stuff and go, yeah. What about you lot? We've done all this. All right, fair play. Good. I'll be honest, I haven't really checked, but if that's the situation, then all right. Well played. Yeah. George Morgan TV, welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate the follow. What have Newcastle done? Newcastle have done fuck all. With their dirty blood money. They've done nothing. Oh, and it's so funny. It's funny watching them melt down. We got the richest owners in the world. I'll fucking start kicking off about it. You can't even spend the money, man. Where's bullshit in it? Huh? The bloody Premier League, it's all corrupted. It's all corrupt, the Premier League. Like, what is that, the corrupt Premier League who let you have your dirty owners in the first place? Oh no. Yes, that's right. It's a shame, innit, when it doesn't quite work for you. Yeah. Richest owners, but the club's got no pull. But they're the biggest club in Newcastle, Liv. Do you know what I mean? You know? Still not sure what accent that was. All accents at once. For some reason, I was still in my Scouse passing accent, so I went with the Scouse and then forgot that I was meant to be bashing the Geordies. No, I said they're the biggest team in Newcastle. They're not the biggest team anywhere else. Literally in their own city. How many points have we deducted? 4 or 10? No, this is the thing. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. Newcastle is just the Liverpool of the North East. It is a little bit. There's always someone from somewhere crying on TalkSport about their side not being Galacticos. Yeah. Biggest club in Newcastle is the coolest kid in the chess club. Mustard glue on her face. No. Let's not mock her appearance. Let's mock the fact that she was part of that takeover. That definitely is not the Saudi Arabian government. Because also Stabley then tried to do a deal for Tottenham with, you know, a Saudi Arabian government. But not Saudi Arabian government apparently, but definitely the Saudi Arabian government. Oh. Is that the Saudi Arabian Prime Minister with Epstein? No. Let's just move away from those photographs as well. Do you know what I mean? No, surely not. That was Trump. No. It was Trump as well, but there was the pictures from Epstein's apartment, and there is a picture of him with Mohammed bin Salman as well. And he has been pictured with Trump several times as well. Don't worry. I'm not suggesting that Trump is not on the Epstein list. Of course he is. 100,000,000,000%. Console, stop talking about your videos. Apparently the other day there were 2 Epsteins and one wasn't a bad man, but both were famous. It's confusing. A lot like PIF and the Saudi Arabian government. It's very confusing. They're the same thing, but totally different apparently. You know. Why is Newcastle's kit green? Definitely not because of the Saudi government. 100% not. They've always had green away kits. Always. As far as time has ever said. MCJ was asking me, but yeah, likely story. It represents a grassy knoll in Newcastle where the stonings happen. What colour's the flag? Yeah. No one will think this is going to look like Saudi Arabia, right? Brian Epstein managed the Beatles. Yeah. And then, do you know what? Do you know what the worst thing about that is? They were just a cheap Oasis. So, if anything, Oasis are trying to be like, oh, it's too difficult. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh yeah, Liv, don't get me wrong. I'm not bashing green kits in general, But what I am bashing kits about is ones that are owned by Saudi Arabia, who then automatically suddenly have green away kits, and all their fans go, "It's not Saudi Arabia though, is it? It's definitely not." We've now reached the Epstein section of the stream. It's nice. It's nice that we've got like chapter markings. I think, you know, for those people who've just joined us, what you've missed so far is this. I'm also bashing your accent. Yeah, probably. I think we're forgetting the most important thing here, and that's what Coolio did. Deeks Van Outen did to Coolio. Yeah. We're peaking. I was gonna log off at 11. Didn't realise I had one more game to play. So there you go. We get some bonus bashing. Bonus bashing. There, that should be an emote. Bonus bashing. To be fair, TJ is an equal opportunities accent basher. Oh, 100%. It's a running order every stream. It's like a set list, isn't it? We've seen the set list for TJ's stream tonight. Kamara at the back post. Yeah. Oh, interesting. He didn't play Epstein last week. He has now. Is not bashing green kits mandatory. I'm glad Plymouth are no longer in the championship. Don't have to see their green and white abominations as the highlights. No. We're not bashing green kits as a carte blanche. Next stream, mix up the set. Maybe I will, Millhouse. Maybe I will. We've not done Simpsons quotes for a little while. Maybe next set I just talk about Football Manager only. Yeah. That would confuse. What do you do with the channel points? Accents, I reckon. We need to do something. Put some suggestions in the Discord for what we want, right? For different things. Like, what are we going to do for channel points? Stick them in the stream section. Stick ideas for emotes, because I need to start brushing a few things up and refreshing some stuff. Same goes for you, YouTube lot, as well, by the way. Come and join the Discord. Come and do the same. Offer us up some ideas, because we've got memberships on YouTube as well, so let's start doing some of those. Let's start working towards that. How do we build that up? TJ promised a while back he would donate points to pounds. I have 39,000. Do we? Did I say that? It does sound like the sort of stupid thing I would say. Off to the side of the bar. If I was near TJ in person, I'd be able to replicate his voice fairly close. Always been decent at voices. Ooh, okay. Everyone do a hydrate at the same time. That's a pint of water per hydrate. That could be good. That could be good. 60,000 points. How'd that happen? I've got no idea. It's like Tesco, though. I think it works out to approximately about £2. Hooch. Yeah. I think we need to get the hoochers in. We need one of those. Jason's got 69,000. Rugio, 415,000. It's almost enough to buy Jack Grealish. Does TJ have hooch tonight? No, I don't. Chris, I need some for Saturday. Let's do a piss-a-thon. I'll take the money in lieu of Mod's salary. I think it's I think it's wise. I think it's wise. Remember, facts like the president of the USA's facts. Not to be mistaken with Rafa Benitez's facts as well. Oh, we're doing the piss myself, are we? Right, oh yeah. So on the count of 3, TJ just pisses himself. We make him drink the whole thing. Come and see the man drink water from a receptacle. Yeah. Mrs. J questioning the third visit to the toilet at 5:30. Yeah. In a cool down period. I mean, that sounds like a lot of work for me, Chris. Right, now what I did, right? What I did with all of your points, okay, and all the cash is I invested it all, right, in a crypto scheme. Now, I know what you're thinking, right? Cryptos and NFTs, they're all shonky, right? But this one, I've been told, is absolutely class. TJ Bucks, right? TJ Coin, yes. And yeah, like, honestly, we're going to be bajillionaires. All I had to do was give them all of my money and then just, like, not speak to them ever again. Yeah? Easy. I've invested in the VPNs. We can get our porn back. See, I'm a man of the people. I'm doing the Lord's work. Yeah? I do know a trans girl called Eve. She's a United fan. Fair? You'd love to film the reactions I get from others around me whenever I'm watching TJ. I would like to see that reaction as well. And I'm presuming most of it is. Why has he said that? We could rename his entire team as Americans Are Boring, Ready for Wednesday. Tell a joke for points. Jesus, Mongo. You've not been around here very long, surely. The idea of a joke from me, oh God, would never work. Would never work. Lovely touch. Oh, what about this? This touch from Filali is the one, right? You've got a dirty joke, go for it. What's this touch here? Little back heel. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank is in Strictly Come Dancing this year. Discuss. I mean, if all of the dances involve him blasting the ball from distance, then great. But I don't know what else he's supposed to do. Nice. Good joke. Good joke, Liv. Write that one down quickly. I'm going to use that. Three 0. That's what we do. Happy. Just yeeting a mitre across the studio sounds like good viewing, yeah. Yeah. Jimmy, what we're going to do is we're going to get you to wear an old Leeds shirt and just do blasties, is that alright? I'll only accept Roger Miller on Strictly and he has to do that dance every week. Yeah. Yeah, that would work. Or Lee Sharp in doing his little shuffle in a corner flag as well. Same graphics glitch Ked does. Yes, I do. And it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. I don't know how or why it's there, but there is a thing there. You don't like the Leeds shirt with the Red Bull on it? No, I don't either. And I don't. Some Leeds fans don't like it either. It needs to have Hewlett Packard. Or it needs to have, old Top Man. Or was it Blackthorn Cider? I think they had possibly. I forget some of the old classic Leeds sponsorships. Dell Computers, that's on the... Who had that? Spurs, the blue HP logo on it, yes. See, all classic stuff for the Mint... Back when football was mint, sure, Chris. So there we go. Not a bad end to the season, to be honest. I think we took over and did pretty well. So from the 1st of January, that is what we've done. So we've lost 2, 4, 5 games. Not too bad. Finished finished 11th overall. 57 goals scored. Heard Soccer might be returning. That's just depressing, isn't it? It's depressing. I can't think of many things worse than Soccer returning. Leeds yellow kit with Strongbow rings a bell. That's what I thought. That's what I thought it was. Did I say Blackthorn cider? I think Strongbow is maybe what I thought. That like sort of Gary Kelly and Mark Viduka era. Robbie Fowler possibly. So right, there you go. So we finished 11th overall. That's quite the increase. Okay. We did improve. Yeah, let me just move my head so you can see. Right. There you go. We finished above the highest position they've been all season. We did that. Ignore that bit there. But we had to go down to go up. That's what she said. Everything's coming up so sure. Yeah. I mean, next year we win the league, right? Clearly, that's like a massive improvement, so we have to go and just keep winning. We're basically going to be Ligue 2 Leicester. Yeah, thanks to the stream. Best of luck for the charity game up the Sochaux. Thank you, cyclist. Thank you indeed. I think rebuild and stay. Absolutely. Absolutely. We've just begun, Ian. Unless, of course, something dreadful happens in the summer and we have to leave. But I think this is the team we stay at for next season. Continue to avoid the relegation from Ligue 2. Continue to avoid contracts up. They don't want much. So, but look at that. The board are happy at the end of the season. And there might be a takeover. We don't know. We have to wait and see. Okay. We'll find out. So there you go. That's interesting, right? If the board take 50% of the transfer money, then we've got a concern. They are taking, well, 70%, okay? Once we get up to 29 million, and then it drops to 40%. So, but at least we know that, right? Going to be a takeover, and the new owners will sack us. Then we'll go somewhere else. That's fine. Yeah? Take it easy, Rich. Pleasure to see you as always. It's very, very kind of you being in. And you find a Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank Boa Vista shirt. That will be good. That will be good. There was talk of a takeover at some point, so maybe. We don't know. Who knows? Who knows? All will be revealed in due course. Right. I think end of season seems like a reasonable time to cut that then, doesn't it? So Wednesday, recruitment, transfers, all the fun stuff involving bits of data possibly. Who knows? Who knows? I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll have a lovely, lovely time putting it all together and having some fun. And then obviously we'll be getting prepared for Slough on Saturday. So that could be quite good fun. Let's see who is about. Who have we? I was going to say who we've not seen, but you know what? Let's. Size on a quadruple, is he? No, we're not watching Simon Maggio win a quadruple, right? As great as that would be. You know what? Yeah, go on. Right, go and see Simon Maggio. Right, go and watch him win a quadruple. Okay. Right. Away you go. Right, have fun, everybody. Always gonna be a pleasure being in. Hope you had a great time. Check out the FM show on Thursday, of course, when that comes out. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. And check out the new Back When Football Was Mint, not podcast. Yeah, cool. Take it easy, everyone. Speak to you soon. All the best. Bye now.